Hey guys, welcome to the training captain. So today we're just going to take a quick look at just about starting the APU on the 320. So as you can see outside at the moment, 320 engines are not running, APU is not running at the moment, and this here ground power unit, as you can see, we've got a cable going beneath the flight deck. So this allows the whole aircraft to be run through power from a ground source. So what will happen once we've completed boarding, all the passengers are on board, we're going to want to become self-sufficient in producing our own power before we start the engines. So to do that, we're going to start the APU, which is in the rear of the aircraft, auxiliary power unit. So we don't want this anymore in the rear of the aircraft. So if we come around to the back, this is the APU, this is where it is. As you can hear at the moment, it's quiet, that's because it's not on. The APU is basically just a small jet engine which just sits in the rear of pretty much all aircraft at the back here. This is the exhaust. But yeah, essentially it's just a very small jet engine which allows us, like I said, to become fully self-sufficient. Here we go in the flight deck. At the moment, as you can see, external power here. This is the external power which is showing on. And the APU master and start is off at the moment, so we're going to want to turn on the APU. If we have a look down here on the ELEC page, once again just to confirm, we've got external power, so that's in green, and that's giving us power at the moment. Obviously generator 1 and generator 2 associated to both engines, they're in amber because we haven't got the engine started, and we've got nothing showing for the APU, so at the moment we are on external power. So what do we do to fire up the APU? Very simply, go to the overhead panel. We've got the APU panel here, so we've got the master switch and the start. First of all, we're going to press the master, come back here, and automatically it's going to show the APU page, and this is it in a standby mode, if you like. It shows the end speed, EGT, exhaust gas temperature, and any bleed pressure. Obviously there's nothing there at the moment because we haven't started it. Back to the overhead, I'm going to press the start button around 2 seconds, and then we can come back here. Here we go, so we've got the AIM-1 firing up, EGT. Go to the back of the aircraft, you can hear that jet engine firing up. Sounds like it's firing up nicely. Back inside the aircraft again. Usually the APU will take anything from 40 seconds up to a minute to start up. So in that time we can just leave it to do its thing. Generally these APUs are very, very reliable. If for some reason there is a problem, it will shut itself down automatically, and it will come up with a little ECAM for that. There are procedures to fire it up again, and some limitations as to the maximum amount of times you can start it up. So here we go, so APU is showing available now, and then once that's started, page disappears. If you want to have a look at it again, you can click on the APU page and it will show you that it is fully available. So we've got the APU started up, we're still on the ground power. If we go back to the ELEC page, you can see the external power is still the main source. This is still where we're getting all our electricity from. APU is on, it's in green, so it's showing available. But as you can see, it's not actually connected to the aircraft systems yet. So what we do again, we come back to the overhead. We can do press the bleed, push button switch on. So this is now going to start giving us some bleed air from the APU. So we've got 35 psi available to us. Back to the overhead, and we've got the external power push button here at the moment. All we simply need to do to convert from the ground power to become self-sufficient, we push this, and you hear a little click. So now it shows in green that the ground power is available, which means it's plugged in, but it's not actually on. So as soon as you've done this, this is when you can indicate to the ground staff beneath that it's safe to take the ground power out of the aircraft. Okay, so there we go, APU is started. We can get rid of that. Go back outside again. APU is on. said, ground power is still connected. Go back inside the aircraft, and we can go across to our handy system on the Phoenix here. External units, ground power, we can disconnect that. The ground power should now be disconnected while we're there. We'll close the doors, take the steps away, go back to outside view. There we go. So now we are fully self-sufficient. Ground power is not connected anymore. Aircraft is ready. And in this state, we're now ready to start up the engines under our own power in the aircraft. So doors are all closed up. Just to recap, go back to the ELEC page. So now we haven't got the ground power showing because that's been completely disconnected. Well, that's now gone. APU is now powering the aircraft systems. That's going to give us electrical power, and like we said, going to give us some bleed as well. So it's going to give us some bleed air to start up the engines. So now we're completely self-sufficient. And that's it, guys. That is essentially how we start up the APU in the Airbus A320. Nice and simple. Just the main things to remember. Just make sure that a veil light is showing in green before the ground staff disconnect. If for some reason the APU is not started and the ground staff disconnect the APU, that means the aircraft is going to have no power at all. So everything will go dark, all the screens will go black, everything will go quiet, and we'll lose all of our power. So just make sure that before they take the ground power out, you have the APU started up. That's it. Hope you found that a little bit useful, and I'll see you on our next video.